it's more manageable. So all of a sudden you see a light at the end of the tunnel, right? But do you have $43,000 sitting in your bank account? What about you? Right? So does that mean it's still impossible? Well, here is me. I want to introduce you to the world of compounding. Earlier this year, I actually gave you an example of what compounding can do, especially if you calculate more often. So, let's put it this way. Instead of waiting 1 year to collect 10%, what if you couldn't wait that long and you told the bank, would you give me my interest every 6 months? In other words, instead of 10% in 1 year, how much should I get in 6 months? Which is 5%. So this is the second section. You don't have to copy me here, but Amanda, just because you asked, you're lucky because you're the one who finished first. For part C, it will look something like this. And for everyone, pay attention because you're going to use this particular technique for your calculations as well. Okay? Semi-annually means twice a year. In other words, I'm going to introduce a new letter called N for number. Okay? N, in this case, is 2, semi-annually. What does that mean? Well, what happens if I am looking to make this much money over 48 years, but I ask the bank to calculate twice a year? So if I am calculating twice a year and 48 years pass, how many times am I calculating in total? Think about it. 48 years, twice a year, times 2. So you notice how I'm dividing by 2 here, but multiplying by 2 there. Do the calculations once again. So then I'm going to ask you once again. This becomes 1.05 to the power of 96. And for everyone else, whatever your number is, you're just copying that same strategy, but you're just changing the numbers to your data. What does that equal to? 108.
1864.
Okay. And so what does your principal turn into? It should be even more manageable.
35,122.83.
Okay, my people, this is the point I want to get across. Did you do anything special between saving for every year versus saving 6 months? No, you're still saving the same amount of money, but because you're compounding more often, you don't need as much money in the beginning. I'll say this one more time, and this is part of your calculations. If the bank calculates your interest once a year, this is how much you would need right now. If the bank calculated twice a year for you, in other words, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, you actually need less money right now. Makes you think, what if we calculated more often, more than twice a year? Not 3, but if you use 4 times, what's the word that we use, bank-wise, money-wise? Take a look at the back page. Okay? Sorry, not the back page. The second page. Quarterly means N equals 4 times a year. If it's monthly, the number of times I do it per year is 12. If it was semi-monthly, in other words, every half a month, how many times a year? 24, good. Let's see if you get this one. What if I ask you to do bi-weekly? 52 weeks a year, every 2 weeks. Divide by 2. So every 2 weeks I do the calculation. So it's 26. 26 times a year. Do you see the difference? So if someone is saying, hey, I'll pay you back every semi-monthly versus I'll pay you back bi-weekly, there's actually a difference of 2 compounding periods. In the short run, it makes no difference. In the long run, it makes a huge difference. So weekly, obviously, you know what that is. And daily, 365. See how much your value, the amount that you need right now, decreases as you increase the number of compounding periods a year.